Hello everyone, my name is Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Dear Monster. Where in the last episode we got to see the results of a disastrous training session between Imbriss and Alan, where Imbriss's idea of training was to push Alan too far and put him at risk, and unfortunately Alan got injured. And Farron was, of course, too happy to try and put another wedge between them, but thankfully Alan was like, no, no, man, no, not having any of that. Thankfully Alan was still like, no, I'm gonna fight for my relationship with Imbriss. And he had a nice little chat with Slagathor where he was a bro and he was like, no, man, just give it a chance, give it time. And Imbriss apologized, which was great. It was so cute. He's like, "No, man, I have feelings, and I'm sorry, and I hate being sorry, and I hate apologizing." But yeah, it was great. So now we are with Imbriss and in his throne room, which we've seen before. So let's see what's gonna happen. We step through the gate, and I let out a muffled yelp. Right above me, I see is an open dragon snout twisted in anger. Each of his sharp teeth is the size of my fist, and I'm pretty sure he could swallow me whole. It takes me a second to realize I'm looking at an enormous sculpture. The dragon statue sits right behind the throne, giving anyone who gets close a look full of rage. Is that Umbrus's dragon form? The sole thought of that makes me tremble. I turn around. Imbriss and I are standing on a marble platform with only the throne and statue on it. The rest of the chamber is beneath us, connected via wide stairs. I can see people on the lower level. They all look like they are, probably. Like they are taken straight from a medieval fantasy movie in doublets and tunics. That doublets is, I guess, an outfit, I guess? I think I've heard that term before. The pair closest to us, at the foot of the stairs, wearing full body armor, are they guards? Do they stand there all day, just in case Imbriss decides to show up? Come to think of it, all of the people gathered below look like they've been waiting for quite some time. Are we late? I glance around. The throne chamber is massive, with several columns holding a high, painted ceiling. About 100 yards from the throne, the other side of the room ends with a huge, lavishly ornamented gate. I decided to give audiences to the common folk once a month, just so they'd shut up about me being a bad ruler and not caring about his subjects. Not that it matters what these puny creatures think, but whipping drunks for insulting me became quite annoying. Drunks? Do you think that any of these cowards would have the courage to complain sober? Anyway, let's get this shit started. He claps his hands and the people below stir. I notice that most of them stare at me in shock. Imbriss, do you often bring guys home? He sits on the throne. Kinda never. Why? No reason. So they wait all month to talk to their king, and I get to hang out with him like it's nothing. They all probably hate me right now, or maybe they hope I can help them? Why can't Imbriss be some wild dragon living in a forest? A man wearing a simple gray cloak steps forward. He looks only a couple of years older than me. He walks with his eyes focused on his feet. It seems like ages until he finally gets before the stairs. I hope you didn't come with some boring shit. Also, I have a guest today, so make it quick. The man glances at me and gulps. Great, now he's scared of me too. My lord, I come to you, before you with Fuck this, I'm not going to spend a whole day waiting for some half-wit to stutter out a full sentence. Guards, throw him out. My lord, please! One of the guards steps forward and looks up at us. His eyes are bright and intelligent, his mouth set in a tight line. When he speaks, his voice is calm, but strong enough to carry across the chamber. Oh, he's very... They gave him his own, sprite, so Interesting. First time I've seen, actually, no. It's been a while. I forgot. It's been a long time. I did forget about you. He's hot. He has his own sprite and everything, so he's important. The guard. Oh gosh. I have to do a voice for you and everything, because you're important. Allow me to explain, my lord. This man comes before you with a genuinely... He's really tall and fit. Like, are you, like, another love interest? I kind of remember, but I kind of don't. This man comes before you with a genuinely troubling matter. About 3 weeks ago, one of his neighbors in the lower parts of the city fell ill with a disease we have never seen before. In the beginning, he had only a high fever, but then a rash spread all over his body. Is this like an olden time disease then? Oh no. He began to vomit, and a couple of days later, he was dead, now fully covered in whitish blisters. Oh shit, this is like some kind of plague or something. And why exactly are you explaining it to me, guard? What was your name again? Marcus, sire. Right, Marcus. Did a cat get that one's tongue? I'm afraid he's too overwhelmed by your greatness to speak, sire. And having interviewed him and seen the body, I am fully equipped to talk about the matter. One dead human, a great tragedy. So the case resolved itself? No, my lord. Yep. Fucking like bubonic plague or some shit. Like, that's really bad, y'all. After that, more people started to develop similar symptoms. Our medics tried to treat them, but out of all the infected, nearly half died. Oh, that's really bad. Like, y'all need to get some penicillin or something that they probably didn't have developed back then, but now modern medicine, they probably have the cure, you know, the vaccine. And hey, Alan was starting to become a doctor. I'm sure he could, like, think of a way to help them. For now, there aren't many cases, but the numbers are growing. And what am I supposed to do about that? Humans get ill all the time. Do you expect me to care about every peasant with a runny nose? This is way beyond a runny nose. My lord, I'm begging you. We're terrified that it's the beginning of a plague. See? People are talking. The man stops rapidly, his eyes widening in horror. His eyes dart to the ground. Finish that sentence. It's nothing, my lord. People have no idea what they're talking about. I gave you an order. I guarantee your safety after you speak your mind. Now out with it. The man's hands start to shake. Marcus steps forward as if trying to shield him. Thank you for being merciful, my lord. Allow me to explain. First of all, these are just silly rumors. We do not believe in them. Get to the fucking point already. Of course, blisters on some of these people are very severe, and are looking a little like scales. People are saying that it's a curse from the gods for allowing a mighty red dragon to rule over us. Imbriss glares at Marcus. The villager closes his eyes, bracing for whatever's going to happen. I see. Then do something about it. My lord? If you don't like my ruling, why don't you have some brave warrior defeat and dethrone me? I'll tell you why. Because you already tried and I killed them all. He taps his fingers on the side of the throne. I rule over a realm of fucking cowards and weaklings. You should treat this new disease as a test. Only the strong will survive, which suits me fine. I don't need the rest. As for your gods, do not fear them. They sound like a bunch of pussies. If I wanted to curse my people, I wouldn't kill merely half of them. I would just fly over the city and burn all of you to the ground. Imbriss, what the hell? Imbriss glances at me. Forgot you were here. Give me 5 minutes. I'll show you how to fly. Sounds fun, huh? Marcus regards me, his gaze intense. The villager clasps his hands together, his eyes wet with tears. My lord, if you have any power here, please help us. Have mercy. I swallow hard, then clench my fists. This poor man has suffered so much.
What the fuck? What is this? Alan, are you feeling something weird right now? If so, stop it this instant.
Oh yeah, he can feel it. But
don't listen to the half-wit. Or Marcus, I'm sure he's exaggerating. They'll be fine. They always are.
Imbriss,
Hey, trust me on this. Next month, no one will remember some weird disease. Besides, we've got better things to do. Don't let them waste our time.
So of course we could be like, yeah, we don't want to get involved, but come on, man. How can you be so heartless? We should help them.
These people mean nothing to you, and you'd still go out of your way to help them?
Yeah. It's called empathy. You should try it sometime.
Can't say I'm surprised, but I guess this caring thing, it suits you somehow. Not that I understand you, but then again I promised you fun. But if your definition of fun is wandering around and gawking at diseased peasants, then so be it. But so, I assume you've got some idea on how to deal with the situation.
I clear my throat. Imbriss is used to giving orders, not asking for advice. I need to be smart about this. Show him I know what I'm doing. Yeah, smallpox. That makes sense. Well, from what I heard, it sounds like smallpox. You shouldn't underestimate it, Imbriss. It had killed loads of people before the vaccine was invented. How many people are sick for now, Sir Marcus? A couple of families in this man's neighborhood, but I think it appeared in different places already. Then there's no time to lose. First, you need to isolate everyone who has symptoms or was in contact with the infected. We can't let the disease spread. Tell your medics to treat people without pay. Imbriss will fund the treatment.
Will I? It sounds like it would be easier to just throw those sick suckers out of the city. Oh, don't you look at me like that.
Imbriss?
Alright, you owe me a blowjob, and it better be good.
Thank you.
It's like fine.
Marcus, send people to the countryside to places with cows. Find someone who has sores from cowpox. It's similar to smallpox. Local people will know what you're talking about. Bring that person to your medics. See, Alan knows what he's doing. Yay, Alan! Going to school to be a doctor has taught you well. I'm so proud of you. Yes, sire. Right away. Your medics need to use a little lymph from the pustules to make healthy people lightly sick. Or maybe let them figure out how to spread cowpox in a controlled way. I hope it will work.
The fuck are you talking about?
It's not so easy, okay? We should get them a real smallpox vaccine. But there's a barrier, and you're stuck in the Middle Ages here.
But a cow disease?
I've read about it, okay? Edward Jenner discovered that farmers were immune to smallpox and created the first vaccine. But I don't know how exactly, so Marcus, be sure to ask a real medic to experiment with that. Yes, my lord. I'll make sure that our medics test your theory before they proceed. Thank you. And the last thing, Imbriss, you should go to the city and heal people with magic or something.
What?
What? What? The whole crowd. Imbriss covers his mouth and whispers so only I can hear him.
Human, I have my dignity. Also, healing magic is not exactly my strongest suit. You said you read about red dragons. Don't you know we're kinda all about offense? Why do you think I took you to that stupid unicorn when you got hurt? You asked for too much.
Please, Imbriss. You'll have to deal with a full-blown epidemic if you don't do something now. Lots of people will die. You might not value them, but they don't have anyone else. You're their king. You're the only one who can save them. I will help you, okay? I will give you my energy. I don't know how yet, but I'll try. Could you please try too? He looks at me, closes his eyes, and rubs his eyebrows.
Ugh, to hell with it. Let's fucking go then. I don't have the whole day. You, Marcus.
Yes?
You seem to know more about this than the half-wit. Lead the way.
As we go through the city, people stop and stare at us, shocked and confused. Some of them kneel, but the majority just stand there with their mouths keeping open. I guess Imbriss rarely walks among his people. The first sick person is the hardest. Imbriss stretches his arms over the man in bed. He frowns with effort, and I feel a wave of energy burst out of his body, but nothing happens.
I told you, human. My magic's not built this way. It's a waste of time.
You can do it, Imbriss. I believe in you.
How the fuck does that help? We're going back to the castle.
No, please, let me help you. And concentrate on the energy inside of me. Before, I managed to send it away, but now I actually need to use it for something. But how do I transfer those glowing orbs to Imbriss? I can't even touch them without experiencing horrible pain. What did Farron say about healing? I close my eyes and recall everything I know about smallpox, trying to visualize exactly how it spreads, what parts of the body are affected, how the vaccine works. No, what am I doing? I can't even cast a single spell, and here I am trying to heal people. I should focus on how to transfer my energy to Imbriss and let him do the hard stuff. I try to visualize the connection we have, the familiar bond, and for the first time, rather than touch the glowing orbs inside me, I think about where I want them to go. Go to the dragon. Let him use you to help people. Do something good. Do something to help make up for the past. I gasp when the energy flows out of me. Imbriss blinks surprised like he just discovered something new. That's a cool image. The aura around him transforms into blue flames. He directs the flames at the patient. They engulf the man, but he doesn't scream or show any signs of discomfort. His muscles relax and I can see the blisters disappear. You did it!
No, we did it. You figured out how to fuel the spell. Expected no less from you, Alan.
His breath is heavy. Was it too much for him? He notices my concern and barks out a short laugh.
Don't worry, I've got this. I can fucking do anything.
After we heal a bunch of people, we go back to the castle. Imbriss tries to hide how tired he is, but it's no use. His movements are sluggish and he's breathing hard. Nevertheless, he looks proud of himself. Aw, they're happy. He's happy. I think deep down he's always wanted to do something like that, but he didn't know how, you know? He always felt like all he was good at was violence and fighting. I hope he didn't break the space-time continuum by curing smallpox too early in history.
Fuck me, that was something! Imbriss, the great healing dragon.
You were amazing. Did you see all those people? Yeah, they're still terrified of you, but they won't ever forget how you helped them. Today, you're their hero.
What are you talking about? I was always their hero.
For a second, I wonder if I should remind Imbriss about whipping drunks because they said he was a bad ruler, but I decide against it. He's happy now. But most importantly, he's happy because he did something good. I want him to remember this day. Maybe his people's gratitude will lead him to treat them better. I smile at him with real pride. He responds with a short, passionate kiss. Hey, what was that for? He laughs.
Just felt like it.
I notice Marcus is looking at us. His brows are furrowed, his mouth set in a tight line. I step away from Imbriss and approach him. Is, everything okay?
Forgive me, my lord. I'm simply not used to seeing Master Imbriss being obliging.
What's going on here? Are you jealous? Do you like Imbriss? Do you hate Imbriss? What's going on? Yeah, I know he hasn't exactly been a perfect king for you guys, but maybe today's the beginning of better times.
I doubt it.
I'm struck by the severity in Marcus's voice. I open my mouth to speak, but a strong hand grabs my elbow, pulling me away.
Hey, Alan, you done talking to my minions? You, guard, what the fuck were you called again? Never mind. Good job today. Definitely prefer to deal with you than that stuttering old geezer.
Imbriss.
Let's go. I want to show you something really special.
Weird. I can't get a read on Marcus. We go through another portal and end up between mountains of gold coins, crockery, and weapons. The sun shines through a big hole in the wall. Wow, that's a lot of gold. Is it an illusion? Or did Imbriss choose this place to flaunt his hoard and dare other dragons to steal from him? The light seems to come directly from the golden lines on the pillars in the ceiling. Are these painted? Why do they look like cracks then? So much money. If I had just a fraction, I'd never have to worry about life's expenses.
Behold my treasury. Have you ever seen something so splendid? I have diamonds the size of a melon. I have necklaces, rings, and earrings made in countless dimensions. I have more gold than any of you humans could ever dream about.
Well, he is a dragon. They do love gold. Wow.
You're the only human to ever set foot in this place. You should feel honored to witness such greatness.
Imbriss doesn't let me answer. He jumps towards the statue of a beautiful man holding a harp. It thrums with so much magical energy it makes my toes tingle.
Just look at this, the way it shines in the light.
He's almost like a cat, see? He just likes the shiny.
He's like, ooh, shiny.
Because it's not like he even wants to spend it. He just likes to collect it and look at it. He's like, ooh, shiny, pretty, mine, mine.
The way it shines in the light. Every color imaginable, no color at all. You can never tell what you're looking at. I got it from an old wizard. Geezer thought he could challenge a dragon and get away unscathed. Ha! When I was done with him, he had to use all his energy just to stay upright. Begged me not to finish him off. He was so pathetic I let him go, in exchange for all his shit. The old fart might have been lousy in a fight, but he sure had an eye for treasure.
That is something.
Wait, this one's even better. So excited.
He jumps away and comes back with a rather normal looking bag, but when he shakes it open, the chamber fills with another mountain of treasure. How does it?
Compression magic. Fucking advanced to boot. I got this from an evil mermaid. Bitch attacked me when I was napping near the shore. Tore a huge chunk of flesh with her nasty yellow teeth.
Whoa, did it hurt?
Who do you think I am? Injury like this is nothing for a red dragon. And I sure paid her back with my flames. She had so much useless shit in her cave. Forks, clocks, mirrors, music boxes.
Eek. Ariel?
But I kept looking and found this bag. She must have stolen it from some wizard. Probably drowned the poor bastard.
Wow.
Right? Isn't it amazing? What?
You're like a kid showing off his toys. It's cute.
The fuck? Those are not toys, human. I have stuff in here that can blow your head off if you so much as sneeze near it.
No, I mean, you seem happy. Happy you can show this to someone.
Not just someone. I'm showing it to you.
I look into his cat-like amber eyes and smile. Maybe Imbriss really sees me as someone special.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
So, what do you do in here?
What do you think? I sleep on the gold and revel in my wealth.
Oh, have you ever thought about changing your name? How does Smog sound?
Yeah, Smog. I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm sure as hell not changing my name. Anyway, you know what the best part is? I don't have to do anything and my treasure still grows. In the past, I had to fight to get more, but now people just bring me money for ruling over them.
So you just keep the taxes in your vault? You know this money is not exactly yours?
What are you talking about? Of course it's mine. It's in my lair, so it belongs to me. I can recall every gold cup, every gem, every coin I've ever acquired. They're a part of me now. To give one away would be like abandoning a piece of myself.
You do remember you agreed to pay for your villager's treatment, right?
Don't remind me. I'm not looking forward to tearing off chunks of my flesh.
Why do you even want to get more? Don't you have enough?
Enough? How can you ever have enough gold? Getting more is a goal of its own.
It's a weird mentality. A lot of people are like that though. I was reading, I forgot, it was like a weird article that I saw about millionaires and billionaires, about how once they reach a certain point, like in order to, because they become so accustomed to living a certain type of way, their life becomes about how to maintain that lifestyle, right? They become so comfortable living well, living the high life, that their life becomes about maintaining it, how to make more money. And it's kind of crazy, right? And I kind of wonder about that. Like, why do you always, that's the desire for more, 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 rather than just always wanting to just be comfortable. It's more about wanting more. It's like, is it a human nature thing? It's interesting. Because I think, I'm sure there's people who are rather than that are just, living just to get by, because they have to, trying to survive or whatever. But of course, if they had it their way, of course you want more. Of course you want better. But then there's people who have already reached the top who are, or still want more, still want something else. Because if you don't have a goal, don't want more, then if you want nothing, then what motivates you? What keeps you going? Interesting. I mean, yeah, he's clearly not interested in ruling. You don't even know what to do with it. You could use it to improve in people's lives. This, obviously. I'd see 1 in 3, clearly. But I think this one, we have to definitely push him to do something better with it. Because clearly he's not utilizing it as well as he could be. This is not how taxes work. Your people pay you to take care of them, Imbriss. And you could do so much to help them. You could build roads and schools, provide good health care, look after the elderly.
Stop with that boring shit. Humans pay me out of respect. They don't want to see me burning their shitty town to the ground.
It's not respect, it's fear.
Same fucking thing.
No, it is not. Right now, you aren't a king. You're a tyrant. He narrows his eyes.
This is not so simple, human. In this world, it's either kill or be killed. Are we in Undertale?
I know that phrase has been around before Undertale. I know that phrase will be around after, many, many years after. But that phrase will always, always resonate with me as Undertale.
People need to know how mighty I am. If they've doubted my power, they would have all united and attacked me a long time ago. There is no such thing as being a tyrant. There is only strength and opportunity. You have to take care of yourself, protect what's yours. No one is going to do that for you, and I sure as hell won't do that for humans.
Caring for yourself does not mean you can hurt others for your gain.
Of course I fucking can. It's how the world works. Let me tell you something. I'm fucking great at taking care of myself. You should see all the knights, monsters, and wizards who thought they could beat me. Oh wait, you can't, because they're dead. I'm even more powerful than my stupid parents.
Your parents?
Parents, human. Two morons who had sex and as a result created me. You know where little dragons come from, right? But don't you worry, we can't make little dragons when we fuck. You see, to get knocked up, you'd need...
Oh, shut up. You know what I meant. You never said anything about your family before. He sighs.
What's there to say? My mother hatched me from the egg, but she sure as hell wasn't happy about it. My father wanted to turn me into his minion, and when I fought back, he almost killed me. So I had to flee. End of story.
Oh. His expression doesn't change. His voice doesn't waver. But the blast of anger that hits me takes my breath away. And underneath all the rage, all the hatred, there's hurt. A little boy screaming at his parents for not loving him. Imbriss.
Hey, whatever you're feeling right now, it's weird, so stop it.
How exactly is it weird?
I don't know, it's like you're sad, but not a pathetic kind of sad, not feeling sorry for yourself sad. This feeling you have is all about me, and it pisses me off.
Well, it's not something I can just turn off. What you told me makes me sad. I wish I could have been there for you. Want to talk about it?
Hell no. But your curiosity's killing me. Fucking familiar bond.
Oh, sorry. Didn't want you to feel uncomfortable.
Too late. Just get this over with. You can ask.
So, your mother. Why do you think she wasn't happy she had you?
She didn't really hide it. If I'd known what a needy fucker you'd be, I'd have crushed that egg the moment I laid it. I was 4.
That is, she was...
A fucking bitch? Yeah. My father wasn't any better. He didn't really care about me for the first decade of my life. Then he decided to make me his little slave. Kill this, kill that, burn that city, and bring me their gold. You want some for yourself? Shut the F up. You're lucky I let you live under my roof. One day, I got sick of running around and doing his bidding. So I smashed his stupid face, and it felt good. Oh, he didn't like that.
That's when you ran? He laughs, but it rings hollow.
Nah, I ran after he almost burned me to death. Pretty sure he thought I was too wounded to survive. Joke's on him, I'm tough as hell. Of course, Mommy dearest didn't lift a finger to help me, but it was nothing new.
He spits out the last sentence. I clench my fists, my breath caught in my throat. So this is what I felt back then by the waterfall. That anger, sadness, and hate. It was always him versus the world. He was always alone.
Why the fuck are you so angry? It's not like any of this shit happened to you.
I'm angry because when I imagine how they treated you, I don't know. It makes me want to smack them hard.
Huh, I'd like to see that. Anyway, a couple of decades later, we got information that Mommy died. Apparently she wanted to leave, and dear pups liked that even less than me smashing his face. I was drunk for a week. You know, had to celebrate. I thought about going back, getting revenge. but he's just not worth it. His treasure is nothing compared to mine. He has no land, no underlings. Let him rot in a cave for the rest of his days. But if he ever steps foot in my domain, he's as good as dead.
His mouth twists into a smirk, but he can't fool me. We're connected, and his emotions burn inside my mind with a white-hot flame. I touch his cheek with my palm. I'm sorry this happened to you, and I'm sorry I can't say or do anything to make it better.
Hey, relax. I don't care about all that shit. I might have been weak, but I've changed. I'm Imbriss, the great red dragon. No one can defeat me now.
Imbriss, it's okay to be sad. It's not a weakness. It doesn't take away from your strength. You'll still be the great red dragon, and I'll still be your mage. You had a pretty fucked up childhood, so let's make up for it. Let's make the most awesome memories together.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
He clears his throat.
Well, yeah, whatever. What about you? Apart from a shitty grandpa who never visits, how's your ma and pa?
He actually wants to know. He actually cares now.
Why the hell are you looking at me like that? Am I not allowed to ask about your stupid parents?
No, it's not that. It's just... It's the first time you asked me a question about my life. I guess the shock was too much.
You always throw silly questions at me, so I thought I'd return the favor. Don't need to answer if you don't want to.
No, I do, but my parents... They're, kinda dead. Car crash. I was too young to remember any of it. I was raised by my aunt. She divorced her husband when I was around 8, so it was pretty much me, her, and her daughter. I really can't complain. She never yelled at me, never hit me. I had nice clothes. There was always food on the table. The house was big and clean. She made sure I had a good education.
But
No buts. It was great.
human, who are you trying to fool? I can feel everything you're feeling, remember? You look calm, and you sure as hell told that tale well, but inside, you're bawling your eyes out.
Right, I forgot about that. I don't think my aunt loves me. She never hugged me or read me a good night story. She was always so distant. The only time she looked like she cared. No, don't say it. Don't think about it. Seal it in. Well, it was just one time. And I tried so hard to make her like me. My grades were perfect. I helped her in the house. I never complained. But even when she smiled at me, it felt forced.
Let me guess, going to that med school of yours was her idea?
She suggested it, but I did want to go, and I was working so hard to get in.
Sounds like we both lived with someone who wanted to turn us into little minions, except I fought back. You just continued doing what you were told. Must have been a hella boring life.
Hey, maybe my life wasn't perfect, but at least I grew up responsible, and I know you can't always do whatever the hell you want. Seems like you could use someone to kick you in the butt and tell you, no, you can't do this.
Is that so? Wanna try it?
I think we're gonna leave this right here, actually. It's going on pretty long. So, yeah. Nice little touching moment, and now, something interesting might happen. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm happy we had a nice little backstory moment between them. I feel sad for Imbriss. It was sad for both of them, but especially Imbriss right there. Yeah. Oh, the feels. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye bye.